Hi everyone, it's Evangeline, and today we're going to be taking a look at how to install as well as discuss the different features of this Titan Chain Diamond Snow Tire Chains. We're going to see how it fits here on our 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 2500. This is probably going to be one of my favorite chains to recommend because it's very easy to install, as well as it has some solid features there that give you great traction in snowy conditions. Now, double check your tire size though on your Silverado, just because we have tire size 275, 65, R20. And according to the owner's manual, this has limited wheel clearance behind the tire. So you do have to get or be very intentional about what type of traction devices you use. If you do have to use tire chains, install them on that rear axle. These are going to be very small chain sizes, which is why I feel a little bit more comfortable with recommending them. But also for emergency situations, some places require that you have chains in your truck, and these are going to be very fast to put on, which is why I also recommend them. So let's start with the putting on process. When you get your chains, I do recommend trying this out in your own garage. Get your chains, comb them out. You do get 2 chains, by the way, and then just make sure everything's facing the right way. What does that mean? Well, what I like to do is I like to look over here at the hooks and see how there's a flat side of the hook and then there's a hook side of the hook. We're going to have the hook facing down and the flat one facing up because we want the flat one touching our tire. We're also going to just make sure that none of the links are tangled up like that. And we want a solid line of yellow because that will show that none of them are twisted around. There we go. Solid line of yellow all around. And with this, we're then going to split our chains in half to make it easier to feed this around the back of the tire. Right over there. We're gonna grab it on this side. We're gonna comb it out again so that we know it will lay flat once this chain is lifted up. So how do we do that? Well, what I like to do is I like to grab both ends of the chain. I hook my thumb underneath each chain and I lift it up behind the tire. We're then going to make our first connection. Again, holding onto the chains with our thumbs. Put that into the connecting piece. Pull it and make sure it pulls into itself. And then we're gonna leave that behind our tire using our thumb and then the rest of our hands to pull the rest of the chain forward. So remember that solid line of yellow. Well, you want that to continue around the front of your tire. We're gonna make our second connection up here, which is gonna be the green and the yellow link. And then we're gonna continue centering our chain around our tire until we get down to our third connection. So this is gonna have a long gray link, and then we're gonna fit that into the hook, and we're gonna pull on this. So we want as much tension as we can get. This does lock into place for different links. And then you can fit this into the different hoops. For the tire size we have, I think we can get away with just using one of these hoops. Fit that rubber piece through, pull tight, and then we're gonna go up over here. Now, I do still feel a little bit of looseness. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put this through the second hoop. And then we're gonna go and find a spot where it gives us a little bit of tension, but still enough where we can put it into a link. That feels a lot better. And now you can just go around, feel at your chain, see if it has any give. You want as little give as possible, where it still feels wrapped around your tire. And that's how you get your chain installed. You're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. Because of how this is designed, you don't have to get into your truck, roll forward, roll backward. You can do all of this while you are parked, which is very helpful in those emergency situations. And the way this works to give you traction is that this has a diamond pattern and it has an alloy material. So the diamond pattern means that it covers a bit more of your tire compared to your traditional ladder style chains. So if you need to do any stops or if you need to make a turn from a stop, means there's more chain on the ground, more traction on the ground. Now it's very thin chain though, or thin diameter, which in our case is really good because there is limited clearance behind the wheel. And the chains are square links, so they have flat edges, but they're also twisted together. The flat edges help bite into ice, but that twisting square design means that it's good for snow and will help prevent snow from clumping up as you drive around. Now, there's going to be that alloy, which is what the chains are made of, but up front you have these coated. So I do recommend having gloves with you whenever you install chains, just because it's really cold outside. But if you don't have gloves, this will help prevent your fingers freezing to the chains. This does come up against the hub of your tire though, or of your wheel. So another reason I went around is to help avoid that. But in case this does make contact, this does have that coating just to prevent scratching of that plastic hub. You do get 2 of these chains. So let me go grab the bag real quick that it comes with. So you're gonna get 2 chains in this bag. I really like the bag. It's gonna be a soft shell, which means that it's really easy to just throw into your truck and it's not just sliding around getting destroyed. Here you're gonna have some instructions. You're gonna have 2 chains, and I also recommend just getting an extra set of gloves and putting those in here. And if you need to, you can also get like safety lights or other emergency supplies. We have a bunch of those available at eTrailer. We have the winter weather emergency kit, which has a rubber mat as well as some magnetic lights just to show other people on the road that you're changing or installing your tire chains. Well, all in all, I think it's a very easy chain to use. Again, I would recommend it for emergency situations. This gives a good all-around traction for snow as well as ice. If you do have a lot of ice though, these links might be a little bit too small for you, but in the case of our tire size, you need to have the smaller links in order to not tear up anything behind your tire. So this is probably going to be one of your better options. Any other options would be the Koenig version of these chains. Those are going to have some extra features for extra traction. They will still be low profile like this, but the Koenig tire chains have a self-tensioning device. So if you find that it's difficult for you to pull on that chain to get that tension, I would recommend the Koenigs instead. The Koenigs though are going to be more premium chains at a more premium price. This is going to be a quick, easy, and honestly affordable way to make sure that you're safe while you're driving around. Well, you saw that right here. This was a look at the Titan Chain Diamond Alloy Snow Tire Chains here on the 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 2500. My name's Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed the journey.